no worries. Hopefully you're in good hands. Never been to medical school, but I can operate on you. Okay, so I'm going to log in command so we could just go ahead and get started. And the basis for this class is to get you set up in advertising and marketing with the tools that are in command. So I'm going to go ahead and start my screen share. And if you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt me, stop me, and say, hey, I'm curious about 1, 2, 3, ABC, what you just said. And let's go ahead. So I'm in command, and there's 2 different ways that you can market from command. The first way that you can market through command is with campaigns. And the other way that you can market with command is via the consumer link. Now, we don't really go too much into the consumer link because there is a class that will show you how to build landing pages. These are all landing pages that I have, how to build out different websites. And there's also a handy guide in here just in case you need help. So like I have a buyer's and seller's guide in here. So this is one way that you can advertise. But we're going to be diving into designs. And in designs, and I will go over campaigns if you haven't seen that before. Designs will allow you to create marketing material that you can share right from command onto a social platform. So there's email, landing page, social, print, agent sites, and video. Now, I've heard as of Mega Camp that they will be doing video within email, which is awesome because I'm currently paying for a service that does that for me. And I'm in love with my service because I can actually put in YouTube videos, but this is going to be something awesome for you to use. So when it comes to email, see this, I don't have email because I have a third-party site that I use because of all the integrations, but you can come here and you can create an email. And all of the different tools that we're going to be looking at, all will bring you to this page once you begin. And so you do get, I believe it was 5,000 free emails for your first time. And then after that, you begin to pay for them. So the first screen you have, there's 23 templates that came directly from, and the pictures are slowly starting to add in, the Keller Williams International team. Here's a couple. So like if you want to send someone a happy birthday email or a home anniversary email, and then you have my templates that you can create. And I shouldn't have anything here because I haven't created one. But let's say that you simply just want to send a quick happy birthday email. So I click on the email, and let me make this full screen. So once I've clicked on what I want to send, then you just hit next. And I don't know if it will let me do it because I haven't set up an email yet. Uh-oh, what's happening? Okay, it's doing something funky on my end. I don't know if you guys see it or not, but my marketing is supposed to be in here and it's not showing that. But when you get in here, your marketing and when I say marketing, your branding. So right now it's not showing my branding, but when you get in here, your branding should absolutely show. And it looks like it will let you put a video in. So to add something here, you click and drag or drop it. I want it to go right here, right where you want it to go. So all I did was I clicked and dragged. Now it does want you to have a video URL, and you can actually, if you are a fan of Canva like I am so in love with Canva, you can create a video and a thumbnail right in Canva with happy birthday in Canva, C-A-N-V-A, with streamers and all the good stuff, and insert this video so that when the client gets the video, what they're going to see is your beautiful face wishing them a happy birthday. This is an awesome email to send. And then you can click on how is it going to look on, what's the thing called? iPad. And then how would it look on their cell phone? And so you want to be careful of not adding, I would say not to add any content onto this, but to edit this content. And to edit the text, you can just click right in there. Click in the box, click on the pencil, and then don't change this because this is saying your first name, contact's first name. You wanted to say the contact's first name, and then you want to come in and just wish them a happy birthday. So maybe I want to say, hey, Jason. Oh no, it's Uh-oh, it's Mr. D's birthday. I want to wish him a happy birthday. Hey, Mr. Learn to spell hey. Hey, Mr. D. Just wanted to wish you an amazing birthday, period. When you're done, you hit save or save and exit. And there's my text right there. So this is this is just one example of a card that you can send. But let's say you wanted to send an email. Let's say you got emails from a database. You collected a database's email addresses, and you want to go ahead and email that database. So you click on the method you want. You click on next. And then you just, if you want to have your templates here, you can just find your template. Now for me, I do video emails to buyers and sellers. One, I send emails when I get appointments, and I send emails on each phase of the appointment. But I was using BombBomb. And so now that we have video integrated in email, that will save me from having to use BombBomb, and now I can just use Command. And so you can come in here and use one of these if you'd like, or you can click on Create a Template. If you've ever created a design in Command, Create a Template is kind of used the same way. And so what I would want to do is at the top, you definitely want to make sure you're adding, you can add an image. If they're a friend of yours, you can click on Add Image and put an image of you and them together on their birthday. Or maybe you say, you know what, I just want them to open it up, and then there's going to be a video. Or maybe you can say, I want to open it up, and like say for instance, this is a client who is ready to list their home, and I just got the listing appointment. So what I would do is, the first thing I want to do is make sure I put the text here. Thank you so much for scheduling your listing appointment with me. I'm so excited to get to working with you. Look forward to meeting with you. Then you can insert a video that says the same thing that you just said. I don't have a video, so let's go ahead and delete video. Video URL, you can create a video and save the URL for the video in Google Drive and just copy and paste. And now I want to create the appointment as a reminder. I would Google their house, get a picture of their house, put it right here, and then put in the details of our appointment. Because how many times do people say, oh, I forgot? Then you can add if you want to add a button that says click here. If you have let's say you have a situation of a seller who you know has to purchase a house. Well, you can add a button here that says click here, because you can link it. If you notice when I hover over it, it says, well, this link will take you to another page. So let's say you want them to start looking at homes, or you wanted to say download my buyer's guide, click this button. You can do that. Then let's say you want to have your legal footer there, boom, done. But now you say, oh my gosh, I need my legal header. Cool. Click it. You see the green bar, drop it where you want it to go. Legal header is the same as branding. So that's all that is branding. And then you can preview it. And this is what it will look like when the client gets it, except I would have a video in here. But this is what it would look like when the client gets it. And then you can just come back here and edit, remove what you don't want, put in what you want. How it's going to look on, most people are viewing from their cell phones. This is how it's going to look on their cell phone. Let's say you get a lead on a buyer and you have a buyer consultation coming up. Insert the video. Click it, insert the video. Hey, I'm so excited to meet with you. I can't wait. I just wanted to make sure that I put a face to name so that you can see who you're going to be meeting with later. So very easy add-on. Any questions on this email piece before I move on to something different?
Where again did you show, or where did you click to get the preview of what that was going to look like before it goes out to the client?
Okay, yes. So give me 1 second.
Phone number is the 469 number. You don't have a name there. We can hear you the background from your phone. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Okay, so let me go back into it. So I'm going to click on the email. I'm going to click on create one, and here is the email. I'm going to hit next. And then when I get into, so for this situation, I clicked on create new template, and I'll just go ahead and randomly just start placing stuff so you can see what I did. So right here, this is the editing tool. So we're viewing the components that are going to go in the email. Right next to it is an eyeball. So when you click that eyeball, that's what gave me the preview.
Okay, great. Thank you, Shelyna.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So once you create something, they're going to be housed here in your design templates. Unfortunately, I have 61 pages. I apologize. But you can, like I said, create just about anything in here. So landing pages, I will not go too deep in because there is a class on landing pages, but I just want you to see what they are and know that you can create a landing page for anything. And so I have bots. So I have a landing page for bots because I want people to know where to go. When I have, and when I had a listing that had an open house, oh, I don't know why it's telling me to leave. I wanted to make sure that I had an open house sign in because I didn't want people touching my devices. My buyer's guide. So let's say I do a social media ad and say, hey, click here to sign up for my buyer's guide. That's where I would go and have them link to this page. So that's how you can, is anybody else hearing that background noise or is it just me?
Yeah, it's a little bit distracting.
Okay. To the person who's logged in, we cannot see your name, but your phone number here, I can't mute you. Please go ahead and mute yourself. Your phone number is 469-525-0715. We can hear everything happening in the background. And unfortunately, I can't mute you. Let me see if I can claim host on this thing so I can mute you. Sorry, guys. I don't know whose phone that is. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me text Lori so she can give me the host over this thing. All right. My apologies, people. I'm sorry. Okay. So you can essentially create a landing page for anything, and all you would do is click on the plus and whatever you're wanting. So if you want to do social, if you want to do, no, this is not landing pages. Landing pages did not look like that. Yeah, I'll find out where the landing page link went because this is not how I create. Oh, it's under consumer. My apologies. Landing pages is going to be under consumer. There it is. And then you just hit create new site. And when you create new site, it's always going to be a standalone page. So if you have a listing, this is how you would create the listing page as well. And then you just hit create. I'm not going to hit create because it's going to add another one here. But this is how, well, actually, here, I'll show you. So you would just hit create.
Yes, I'm listening something. Okay. Yeah, it's wonderful.
I recognize that voice. Gosh, what is her name? I can't remember her name. Your phone is not muted. We can hear you.
It's Senadu. It's Senadu.
Senadu, please mute your phone. Okay, I think she got it. All right, so when I'm creating a landing page, you absolutely want to make sure you have a branded header. And you want to make sure you bring in the listing. And so if I'm bringing in the listing this is to market a listing. So once you bring in the listing, and then I typically add in download my app at the bottom here. And then I also will bring in a market snap. I put that right here because I want them to see the market snap and sign up for it. And then I have the app. So literally, and then I'll add the legal form. But let's say I want to get a lead. I can maybe take the lead form and insert it right here in between the neighborhood information. So literally all I did was click and drag, click and drag. Now I need to configure it, which means I need to edit this because I'm marketing for a listing to get more buyers and more sellers. I love this new feature that there's a video here. People are gravitating more towards video. So what I would do is if you go and do a quick video, I urge you not to do any more than 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. The attention span of adults is diminishing. So what I would recommend is if you're going to do a video, make it the first thing that people see, because that's going to keep them on your page. And your goal is to get business from this listing. So now when you click on configure widgets, if it's already checked in green, that means you don't have anything to do. If it's not checked, like for instance, the listing. So I got to go browse listings, and in here, I'm just going to type in the property address. You do not have to have a listing in order to advertise. I advertise anytime Carol gets a listing, I immediately advertise it. Anytime someone who gets a listing and I want it to be in it's in a neighborhood that I would want to be in, then I would automatically advertise that listing. I want to bring them a buyer. So save and apply. And now when you scroll down, there's the listing information. All of your images are in here for the listing. So they can click and go through all of the images for the listing. Let's see here. Then when you come down, the information has been pulled from MLS, so it's here. Then it's on the map. Then you can say, let's talk. Now you go back, you can just click this arrow right here, and it will take you back to what needs to be edited. So the first thing you could say is welcome home, or whatever you say to attract attention. Welcome to your new destination in Capel with no HOA. Now, if you've already gone and done a video, just upload it right here. Click on upload video and click to browse, or I should never click that. It's going to take forever. Click to browse, or just go ahead and Lori, thank you. It's this one right here. I don't know if you could see it. It's the only one that doesn't have a name to it. I can't mute that person, and we can hear their background. All right, so then you go back to the other screen, and when you hit the back button, it's going to show you everything that needs to be edited. And there we go. Thank you, Lori. Lori's a lifesaver. And what you simply want to do in the header text is just, you can enter, because this is specific marketing for this particular property. If your goal is seller focused, you can put something like find out your home's value, or find your home's value. Oh, come on. And then maybe you link, when it comes to the links down below, maybe you add a button and you link it to the, in Cloud CMA, there's a home valuation site. You can link it to that. So maybe you can do that, and then people can click on the link and they'll get access to the home valuation, but you also have access to their information because they just signed in with it. So it's very easy to edit these. Keller Williams has made it super easy. When it comes to the neighborhood, I would change the neighborhood and put in the zip code for the actual property that you're marketing. So what is my zip code? 75019. Just put in the zip code for that property and let the map find everything else, and you're done. So it's that easy to create a website. What I would do is I would post this there's a neighborhood right there. Now they're in the neighborhood. They see the whole map for this zip code. I would take this link and post this link to your social media. Post this link in your email. I send client emails out, and basically what they do is my clients will get an email from me, and this will be a clickable link that would say, check out this week's hot home. If you're focused in on doing homes that, I'm actually going to save this because I do need to come back. If you're doing homes that are foreclosed, if you're doing homes that are short sale, hot home of the week, whatever you want to call it, that's what you want to make sure you save it as, so you can come back to it. And that's what you want to make sure you're advertising when you push that out there. Any questions on that marketing piece?
Yes, I had a question on when you were pulling in the photos and that sort of thing. I know you said you didn't have to have a listing that was your own. So when you start clicking on an address, does this feature functionality immediately go out and pull it from MLS from Netris?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me go here, and I'm going to, does anyone on the phone have a listing that I can use? Brock, Kyle, Arlene, does anybody have a listing? Pierce, Melanie, because remember, this is listings from all over, and I'm not going to go to Iowa. So let me see. I'm trying to think. Let me check the address for Carol's property. Actually, I have a listing right here. Give me 1 second.
And we don't have to get that listing agent's permission to run this in a landing page?
Technically, the listing belongs to the broker.
Okay.
So yes, you want the listing agent to 100% know, hey, I'm going to be advertised. Like anytime I talk to Karen, she literally tells me, stop asking, just market it, because she wants to get a buyer. And I've been with this brokerage for maybe 4.5 years now, and I've never come across an agent who says, no, don't market my listing. I don't need it to get sold. So you can give them a courtesy call and say, hey, I'd like to market your listing on social media. And if they say no, then just move on. But I literally have a system that I'm currently using to get sellers, and it pulls in listing agents' listings and gives them the credit for the listing. So they automatically get credit on that landing page, and it says listing courtesy of Janine Hall, ABC Realty. For instance, this listing is not mine. Where is here's the listing. The listing agent is Dina. There is the Netris number, and there is her office, and there's the listing. So I just click select, save and apply, and there you go. Now it's changed. Now I have a listing page. If I'm going to do an open house, maybe I want to advertise this listing page, this listing via here, especially for people who don't feel comfortable going out and they still prefer to be at home. And so maybe I'll schedule to go see this house in person myself and do a tour and upload the video also, and then send it out to my database. So the goal is to get the house sold, but for you, because you're not the listing agent, the goal is to get a buyer and get them under contract.
Shelyna?
Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome, ma'am. Yes, Pierce?
I have met with a builder. They said you're more than welcome to market any of our spec houses.
Mm-hmm.
How would I go about that? Just take a picture of the outside and then manually put it in?
Is it something that they don't already have in MLS?
Correct. It's what they have in inventory. But
That may be something that's a little bit trickier. What you would do is not add a listing, because let me get out of here, because this isn't technically a listing. So hold on, I gotta move this down. So what you would be doing, get me back over here. I don't want this anymore. Sorry, 1 second. What you would be doing is changing this part where you're configuring. So let me hit done. So instead of having listing, you may want to put in photo. So I would take this part out and upload a video. You're really going to capture attention with a video because it's not listed in the market. I would do a video, a market snap, insert local expert. I would go ahead. The video is really going to be awesome because you can take the video, take the photos, and create the video tour. So you can create this right here in a video. So all of my listings that automatically go to my YouTube channel, the video is just these pictures rotating on their own. That's it. And so you can essentially do the same thing, edit it with a little music, but take this when people first get here is that builder's, those images that you've taken. So I would make sure you have a really good camera. You want to make sure you get really good angles. If they are not going to provide the photos for you, you want to make sure you have really good light. Like my camera is the camera that I use is a Canon 80D. And so you want to make sure you have something that's really good quality. These pictures just came straight from HOA's website. So you really don't have to worry about these types of pictures, but pictures like this where you're catching angles and lighting, just be careful and make sure you have really good lighting.
So and I don't mean to be taking up space here on the.
No, you're good. I welcome your questions.
but I was wanting to do a command Facebook ad. So would I do a picture of the front and then they have to register and then they can see the video?
So that's two separate things. So if you're doing a Facebook ad, yes, you can. And that is in campaigns. And the way that that happens is when you're doing a Facebook ad, essentially what is going to happen is you'll have people who want to click something. So let me go into one of my drafts here. Let me move this out the way. Edit campaign. So I'm here, and this is the ad that I have, and the pictures, you know, they go in rotation. And so basically what people are going to do is this section right here, destination. So when someone gets to this ad, you just switch this to site or landing page. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend doing this, keep the landing page, because what happens is when they click this button that says click here, Facebook is capturing their information. It's capturing their email, and it's capturing their phone number, and it's capturing their name, first and last name. Then you come over here and say, well, after I get their information, where do I want them to go? Well, I took this URL that's right here is the property address for that, is the web page for that property address. So if I were to copy this, open up a new page, can you, I don't, Pierce, can you still see that page that I just opened?
I can see the Google page. Now,
Okay, so yeah, so I deactivated this page when the property came off the market. So that wasn't a good example, but you can basically take the landing page that you just created and you can paste it right here. You want a different landing page, you click on choose landing page, and I don't want it to go to any of these landing pages. Maybe you want people to download your app. So I'll click on download my app. So now this landing page is going to take people to download my app. So that's where you choose the destination for your Facebook ad. Now, when we get to, did I answer your question, Pierce?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so when you want people to go to a specific landing page, when you're creating a Facebook ad, you have to change where you want them to go right here. And it's this right here, the follow-up destination URL is going to tell them exactly where you want them to go. So after you've created that landing page for the builder's property, you get that website that you just created and you paste the link right here. So now when you advertise it on Facebook and people see this and they see click here, it's going to take them directly to that builder's landing page, that landing page that you created for the builder.
Now, will it capture their information?
Yes, it has. They can't get to that without giving their information.
Okay.
So that's what this is right here. So they're asking you, do you want Facebook to generate the questions for them to answer for their information, or do you want to create a landing page and ask them questions? I never recommend this. People trust Facebook. They don't trust us. They don't know us. I don't know why they trust Facebook, but Facebook is basically saying, this is the information we've captured. Do you want to proceed? If they say yes, then you'll get their information. So yes, you get that before they even get to the ad. All right, so in designs, we'll head back over to design. So we've looked at emails, we looked at landing pages. Now let's look at social. So you want to create a social media post that's going to go onto your page. First, you need to confirm that you have your page linked up to command. I'm trying to move this out the way. And these are just a few that I've already created, but you click on this little plus down here and leave social checked and then hit next. You're going to be taken to this warehouse of information that you can edit and upload to your social media. So you have templates, which are all the templates that Keller Williams has, or you have the other one is My Designs. So My Designs are everything that you've actually created and where you wanted those items to go. So if I go back to templates, let's say you're generating for Pierce. So the goal with the builder is you're generating buyer leads, right?
Correct.
So I would click on buyer leads, and this is for Instagram. And maybe you want to create a neighborhood snap for that neighborhood, and you want to put it on Facebook. And so maybe you'll go ahead and create one of these cards to do that. Or maybe you're like, well, I just want to do simple lead generation, and maybe I just want to do my website. Well, we already know it's not really going to your website. We want to push this towards the landing page that you just created. So let's see. Okay, the family on the couch. So you click the use button, and it brings you to this editing page. And the right home, the right schools. What's the, let me see, what city is the subdivision in Pierce?
Timber Creek.
Timber Creek. Timber Creek. Now just leave Timber Creek. Now you would just click here and say, let's say you said explore Timber Creek. And now when you go to share this, so now you have Explore Timber Creek, you just need to make sure you edit, make sure you have your information in here. And if you say, well, I don't have a logo. If you look over here on the side, Keller Williams does. So all you have to do is click on logos. Well, these are my logos, but click on company. And here are a bunch of KW logos you can use. So let's say Pierce says, I like that one. All you got to do is click it and drag, and it replaces what's already there. Now he wants to share it. He's done and he wants to share it. This button right here, this 3 toggle button, if you click it, and remember your account has to already be linked to Command. When you click it, it's going to say, do you want to share to Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest? The reason it doesn't say Instagram, you can only upload Instagram from a phone. And then this is where you can copy the link if you want, or you can just say share to Facebook. I'm not going to click it because it's actually going to my Facebook. You can say share to Facebook. Once you do that, it's going to take people to your Facebook account. It's going to take this post to your actual Facebook account. And you can do that. You can swap out the image. So let's say you have an image of Timber Creek. You can come in here and do add. If Timber Creek has images already on Facebook, you can click on, well, no, because this is going to take you, if I clicked Facebook, this is going to go directly to my Facebook page and pull photos from my timeline, which can be scary.
Now, in Facebook, will it give you the choice between your personal page or your business page?
So for the Facebook, it does. So let me go back and see if you saw that. Let me go back. So when I clicked on images and I clicked on add, come on, Facebook pages, that's my actual business page. So now it's going in and it's going to log into my Facebook account. Oh my gosh, I thought I had all this set up, really. And so when I click on me, this is stuff I can go from so my Instagram and my business page are connected. So when I post to Instagram, I can share to my business page. So it's asking me, do you want photos that you shared from Instagram, photos from your timeline, your cover photos, my mobile uploads, which is anything that I've uploaded with my phone. So let's say I click on timeline. Command is basically going in and reading everything that was on my timeline. And so let's say my dog, who doesn't listen, he's very rude. I just take this picture and, nope, I want to replace it. Hold on. I want to click on add image. No, it's not doing that. It's supposed to replace this image. Did they change that? You used to be able to click and drag. Ah, I know why. No, I guess you can't click and drag anymore. That is new. So you used to be able to click and drag your photos, but point being, this is, and then I would reposition it. Done. Yeah, this is new. You used to be able to click and drag. Change this to bring the words up. Take it back if you want to. Oh, there it is. Why did it give me such a hard time? So now you can have a picture of the home that you want right in the background and share it to your social media. If it's already on social media, you can do that with just about anything. So this took it directly. So let's say that this is the house and it took it directly from my Facebook business page. There it is. And so that's it. And then you just share it to the page that you want it to go to. So let's say, don't save. Let's say instead of doing that, you want to send a letter. So I send a letter to the homes that are in a property area where, and again, you can design stuff for Instagram, but when you design it for Instagram, you have to download it and then upload it from your phone. Because if you try to upload something onto Instagram from a desktop, it's not going to work. But you also have Instagram stories. And the reason why it's important to click on the correct one you want is because of the sizing. And you also have LinkedIn. In case you're not using LinkedIn for business, this is a great tool. And I would just set it up to go there. So let's say you are, once you're done, it's going to save in your designs. So you can always come back here and say, where is that design that I had? Oh, I want to copy that. Like if you want to do a local market update, I want to copy that and use it again. Any questions on that? So you have your KW app, the My app. You can do these postcards. Any questions so far? Okay, let's say that a property just listed in an area and you want to market that property and I want to send a letter. You would come right over here and click on the 8.5 by 11, and then you would just edit it. And so I have specific verbiage that goes in, but you can just click on any one of these and edit that picture or edit this information, and then you can send to your local printer all from your computer, or you can do postcards, or you can go heavy and do the big 11 by 17 bifolds, or you want to share that the property just listed the Instagram stories. Edit it on here and then upload it. Maybe you want to do it to Facebook. You want to become a local expert. This is where you do market updates. You can do a postcard if you're looking to do averages, Instagram stories. So the possibilities are endless when it comes to this part of marketing. Any questions you guys have? So come in here and play with this stuff. There's so much in here. Don't get overwhelmed. If you want a home value and you're curious and you want to post this to social media, what I would recommend is use this template, then go to your Cloud CMA and copy that home value link and just put it in here, or put the link on your actual Facebook post. And that way people see the image and then they'll click the link in order to get to your page and get the actual home value. And you will get their information because it absolutely, they got to put it in to get the home value. So you'll get that image. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns,
Yes.
confusions? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. I am not well versed in getting things over to the business Facebook page. And so what tool or instructional information that deals with the world of Facebook could you suggest?
You mean to get it from command onto your business page or just business page in general?
To me, business page in general. I have not in the past been a Facebook person.
Okay.
And so I watched YouTubes to create the personal page, and then I made myself an admin for my business page, uploaded headshots, some things over to my business page. So now I want to promote and run ads on it on the business page, and I'm struggling with that.
So the first thing you have to do is make sure that your account is connected to command.
And it is.
Okay. Once
I
it's
checked
connected to command and you run an ad from the ad campaign, it doesn't post to your page. It's going out to who you told it to go find. So it's going out to find the target audience. So if you're saying that you create a Facebook ad and it doesn't show up on your timeline, that's okay, because you don't want to pay to see the ad on your own timeline. You want to pay to see the ad go to other people's timeline.
Okay.
So are you saying you create the ad and then you don't see it on your Facebook business page?
Well, I haven't created one in command.
Okay.
I got permission from someone on their listing to create a Facebook ad.
Okay.
Which I did. And so I had to go into Facebook to find the leads?
So if you created the ad from command, or you created the ad from Facebook. If you did it from Facebook, you won't even see it here.
Yeah, that's right.
It won't communicate.
I didn't use the Facebook component that was in command.
Okay, so that's totally separate. That's a Facebook thing. And Facebook should be sending you messages. If not, you have to go into your ads manager account, and that's where you'll see the actual ads that are there. But that's not going to be a command thing. Command won't even remotely show it to you if they're not one connected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you're doing them through command, you're going to find them. You're actually, this notification button right here, you see where I have a lead that came in 4 days ago? I actually did follow in with them. But this is where you're going to find the leads right here. If you click on that little bell, all of your leads come in right there. If you did it directly through Facebook, command won't even know that you created an ad because it's not connected. So it's going to tell you, you have to go to your Facebook ads manager account.
And those Facebook, even if you didn't already friend somebody, is it because of your criteria and maybe the geographical region that you chose in the ad? It's going to go out to those people who meet that are on Facebook, correct?
Correct. You can upload your database and specifically target just your database for Facebook ads. In command, you can do it easily. You just add the group. Facebook ads, it's the same thing. You have to have a spreadsheet that matches their columns, and your columns need to match, and then you upload the database, and the ads will just go directly to the database. So yes, that's correct. You can target ads to specific people.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So let's say you want to do print because you want to do letters. Print is the same as what we just went through. So you just click on that plus and you'll click on the print and then next. It's going to take you right back to that same page that we were just on because all of your marketing is held in the same location. And so now let's say you wanted to do door hangers. Print is going to be your flyers or letters, your postcards, and your door hangers. And you still have that option to do it for your app, for listings, for buyers, for lead generating. Then you have business basics, leadership. I don't think you all have the leadership part. And then templates. And so these designs are just for print. So there's the bifold 11 by 17 vertical. There's the 11 by 17 horizontal. And then there's letters. And so they're all housed in the same location. It will take you right back to the same location for print marketing. Agent sites is just what we came out of, the landing pages. And for instance, here's a landing page that was created for my app. So when I want people to grab my app, this is the video that came straight from KWRI, and I just dragged it over here. And then when they click on that, there is my my actual app. So you can advertise this, and the video is gonna play right wherever you advertised it, and that's it. So you can actually take this video, like say for instance, you want your database to download your app, take the URL for this video, go back to the email portion that we just did, and put this in that email and say, hey guys, I would love to get your opinion. Will you please download my app and tell me what you think? And then it's a great way to follow up with them. And then video. You can create a video. You just come in here, you click on create, select the neighborhood. Let's see if it comes up. Yep, it did. And let's see, average home prices are on the rise. Average price, oh, nice. It already brought it in for me. Agent information, there I am. And market center brokerage, there it is. Go to next. There we go. And now let's play Welcome to Castle Hills. Can y'all hear the music? No?
Yes.
Okay, good. There we go. There you go. I'm going to save it. So how cool would that be to create a video that now you can go and upload to your social media? And that was just super, super easy. All you had to do was, you can change the metrics. So if you log in and you see that some of the information that they're posting there is inaccurate, like there's got to be more than 8 homes for sale in Castle Hills, right? So if you find that some of the information is inaccurate, change it, because it made it editable. Awesome. So what questions do you have for me? Anything that I did not? I think I've pretty much covered everything for marketing. Yep. What questions do you guys have?
Okay, so I have a quick question.
Yes.
And it might be a whole different class, I don't know, but we were just kind of covering a little bit of it. So when you're doing the ads on Facebook through Command, now do you ever, well, let's just say in my experience, I went through and I, made sure all the boxes were checked, like, okay, yeah, I got that, yeah, I got that, yeah, I got that. But then when it came to publishing it, it comes back failed. Now, is there any place where you can click on to say, okay, what did I fail on, or will it show you the error? Because I haven't found it.
So typically, I would say reach out to KW directly.
Okay.
But one thing I would suggest checking, because we've had, anytime Facebook fails an ad, it's because it's too much on the actual ad. Meaning, if it's a lot of verbiage on there, they will reject the ad. So let's say I had this actual picture, but I put a bunch of words around here, they'll reject it.
Okay.
And it should be, it's supposed to be something in here that tells you not to, there it is. But it told me about the pictures, because that's how I found out about the actual images. And let me see, where's the image one?
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen it before. So I guess with that, I think I did have that in mind, and the pictures were actually only of the listing itself. And
Okay.
would they ding you for having too much text in your message, like in your caption? Because that's where I did have a little bit, written in there, just to kind of showcase like right there, like in the name or whatever.
Yes, they could. Let me go back to one. Are you sure you want to do this page? Yep. I'm going to show you how they basically don't want you to have a lot of verbiage. But if you do put a lot of verbiage, that could very well be why it was rejected. This is what I took away from Facebook. This is pretty much how short they want the verbiage. It can go longer. I've had longer, but if you start writing, because if you look at this from, where's the view? When you switch this to a mobile view, it's gonna only give them like the first 3 lines. And so one of the things that Facebook says is if you have too much, they will reject the ad. And so to confirm, what I would do is reach directly out to them. They are very good with responding. And I would do chat with support. So what I did was I clicked on the question mark and then chat with support. And anytime I've ever had to chat with support, they've gotten back to me right away.
Okay. No, that's good information. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, definitely you want to know what's going on for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck failed?
Right. And so when I saw that happening, and I went and I checked that Facebook guidelines page I was on, that if you have too much verbiage, they will reject it. So what some people were doing was they would put verbiages on an image and then save that image as a JPEG, so it looked like it was a picture and not the verbiage.
Okay. Yeah, I think I heard that. I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I think my issue was just that there was too much verbiage on the text. So
gotcha. Okay. And we as realtors, we get targeted. I don't know why other realtors want us to see their listings and pay for social media ads, but the next time a realtor's ad comes through, click on it and check their verbiage.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, my pleasure. Any other questions you guys have?
Yeah, Shelyna, what seems to be working for you since you've been doing ads?
I followed Marty Miller.
I'm sorry?
Marty Miller, 66-Day Challenge 4.0.
Okay.
This ad right here that you see, this is the one that that got me the most views. And so basically, let me go back to the text. My text is short because you're limited to 250 on the text. My description, I didn't put anything in description. And then my images, I use about 3 to 5 images. And actually, let me go back to one and show you. Because I want to see, did I run this ad? Yeah, this one was completed. So I got 16 leads, and the ad only ran for 10 days, and I only spent $30. So this was a test for me to see if it was actually going to work. The one that got the best was this one right here, and I spent $25 on this one and got 26 leads. And so this one right here, the one that I got 98 clicks, I got 1,644 impressions, which was the highest, I believe. 98 clicks was not the highest. The plain old one was the highest, but 16 leads off of it. And so let me see here. Oh, I did duplicate. So this was the ad that was duplicated. Duplicate campaign. Duplicate and customize. And basically what I did was I had the pictures in a carousel. And people love that. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images in a carousel. My ad text was short. Click here for more pictures, pricing, and to schedule a private tour. There's the pictures. The targeting, I stayed within 20 miles of this city. If I wanted to do a custom audience, I could have, but I didn't. I stayed within that one. And I did not add any interest. So I didn't say, you know, anybody who likes Zillow or anybody who likes YouTube. I didn't do that. I did not add a listing because I wanted to be in control of the images that showed up. So I picked images from the actual, where'd it go? I picked images from the property and I just added those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just added those images and it carousels. So if you go on Facebook and you see something carouseling, that's what it is. That's someone who put in multiple pictures. So here are the pictures. Like, I don't have to do this. When you go to the Facebook page, Facebook is automatically going to begin the carousel. As soon as the ad comes up, it's just, so here's what it would look like on your phone. And there it is. And these pictures would automatically be rotating. So there's nothing that you have to do when you're advertising it. This is what has worked for me.
So what was your hook?
My hook was when they clicked here, the first it was the images, but having these little, let me go to the ad text. Having these were attention grabbers. As simple as it sounds, these check marks were attention grabbers. That house on there was attention grabber, but here was what got them. Did you know this home qualifies for 100% financing? That's what the first tagline was. Me asking a question that could target a lot of people's concerns was, this house qualifies for 100% financing. Not you qualify, because they may not, but that the house does. And this house was listed at oh my gosh, 315, I think. They was, no, 325. And so you hook them in, because if you just tell them about a property, that's what Zillow does. But if I give you something to egg you on, to lead you or bait you into clicking, such as, oh yeah, I'm curious about 100% financing. Let me see how that works. Click. Or I am curious about my home's value. So let's say this was for a listing. I would say curious about how much your home would sell. What is going on with my fingers today? Would sell for. I want to hook you in, because when this scrolls up on your phone, you're only going to spend at least 16, 15 seconds at best reading that first line. But if the first line you see says hardwood flooring, granite countertops, or anything that says for sale as the first line that you read, that could be, just keep scrolling. I want to get your attention by giving you something that you may not be able to get from someplace else, such as this home qualifies for 100% financing.
And where did you pull those little icons, the check marks and all of
Right
those?
here.
How do you add those?
Click on, see this little smiley face?
Oh, okay.
You click on that. They didn't have that before. That's a recent ad. And so you just click on what you want.
Okay, so, okay, I was wondering where you got those. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You just add duckies. I don't think duckies is a real word, but just add ducks, add whatever you want. If you want to add, call me. You put the phone there and say, call me today. I don't know why, but these little things grab adult attention. Awesome, awesome. I just checked the calendar to see if there is a Facebook ad class on there. I don't see the ad class on there. However, stay tuned because they very well may bring that up so that you can learn how to do ads. However, I will say it may be a little redundant, but Marty Miller 66-day challenge in day 5 and 6, this is where I did this from. And I tested it, which is why I use $30 on one ad and $25 on one for 10 days. So I wanted to see the leads that would come in and if they were good quality leads, and yes, they were. So it's all about catching people's attention and what you put in there. And, you want to make sure that you are putting attention in there that's actually going to make people stop. So what is it that would actually make you stop? So like this ad right here didn't make anyone stop and say, I'm curious, I want to buy a home. But then you come down here to this one and it did. So it's all in the verbiage that you have in the ad. This one got 8 people because it was a listing. Awesome.
Now, if you like your content on one and you just want to tweak it a little bit, instead of having to start all over again, can you like copy and add and change it?
That's what this is. So
Okay.
you see this one is here. This one
Yes.
says completed. Once you actually start it, you can't edit it. But
Okay.
once it's completed, you can click on it and say duplicate campaign. And when you
Okay.
click on duplicate, you want to duplicate and customize, not duplicate and run. Because if you duplicate and run, it's running that same exact ad,
Okay.
all of the matrix. Duplicate and customize, and then it will create a draft for you.
A new one.
Yes, if it's already in a draft, you can do the same thing. So let's say every week you want to advertise 5 new properties. You just want to keep duplicating that same verbiage and everything. You can just hit duplicate campaign.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. I will let the tech committee know that maybe having a Facebook ad class again would work. But in the meantime, please check out, it's Marty Miller's 66-day challenge 4.0. And I believe it's either day 4 or 5. He shows how to do that, that ad. So awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Lori, for jumping in and helping with that. I appreciate you. In the meantime, yes, ma'am. You guys have an awesome weekend, and I'm here if you have any questions.
Thanks so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Bye-bye.